Alright, there's something bizarre going on in MAGA world, and it's gonna leave a lot of Trump supporters burnt. A few weeks back, when Trump won the election, all of the crypto markets began surging. Bitcoin hit all-time highs, and that's fine. Bitcoin is at least more legit than Dogecoin, which also hit all-time highs. A cryptocurrency called Peanut tripled, and these are called meme coins. The meme coins have absolutely no value whatsoever beyond being memes, and that led to articles like this. Inside Donald Trump's meme coin holdings, Peanut and Trog soar post-election win. Now, if you don't know what the hell that means, don't worry, you're not alone. I didn't know what that meant a few hours ago earlier, but this is part of a larger push that the Trump administration will be making towards a crypto Federal Reserve, and there's an economist, Peter Schiff, who broke down why this would absolutely tank the economy. But even beyond this large-scale crypto reserve, on a small scale, all of the people who have gotten sucked up into this Elon Musk algorithm, all of the bros who rely on Joe Rogan's word like it's the gospel, have been buying into these meme coins, have been buying in, and the thing is, trading is always a zero-sum game, but when you're trading these crypto meme shitcoins, is what people call them, it's more than a zero-sum game. You're gonna get rug pulled. Very often, you will get completely rug pulled, meaning you put in a lot of money, and then some whale pulls out all of their money, and you rapidly lose everything. So, drop a like, subscribe, let's jump in, and let's start off with the serious, larger scale. So, this Reuters article dropped this morning, rating crypto industry jockeys for seats at Trump's promised council. So, the crypto industry superstars are all trying to get seats at Trump's new council. A slew of crypto companies are jostling for a seat on President-elect Donald Trump's Crypto Advisory Council, seeking a say in his planned overhaul of U.S. policy, according to several digital asset industry executives. Campaigning at a July Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Trump promised a new council as a part of a crypto-friendly administration. But here's the thing. For people watching this, I would be okay with a crypto-friendly administration. I would actually say a crypto-friendly administration would be cool, but Donald Trump has an extreme plan to make America the crypto capital of the world, and that's not cool when he recently started a new crypto company named World Liberty Financial and put his sons, Beavis and Butthead, as the head of this company. This situation is what the term conflict of interest was invented for. This is a straight-up conflict of interest. So now, several top US crypto companies are clamoring for seats at the table. The Crypto Council would likely be housed under the White House's Economic Council, which coordinates and implements the president's economic policies. But here's the thing. Honestly, I hope this is one of those scenarios where Trump goes back on his word, because if he plans on turning us into the crypto capital of the world, let's see what Peter Schiff says about this, who is a respected economist. He said, if the US government actually established a hashtag Bitcoin reserve and bought 1 million Bitcoin, which is Trump's plan, it might end up buying millions more. Just hold on and listen for 1 second. Since the US government's purchase of 1 million Bitcoin would drive up the price so high, many people hanging on for dear life who don't want to sell, then worth millions of dollars, would finally begin cashing out to spend their windfalls. This would cause the market to crash, forcing the US government to print even more dollars to buy more Bitcoin to prevent the price from crashing further, thereby diminishing the value of its Bitcoin reserve. Of course, a reserve of something you can never sell and must continuously buy is worthless as a reserve. To maintain the pretense that its Bitcoin reserve has actual value, the US government would be forced to keep buying, in the process destroying the value of the dollar. This would mean that Bitcoin prices would keep rising, and the US government would have to print even more money to just buy more Bitcoin. Ultimately, so many dollars would be printed to buy Bitcoin that the US would experience hyperinflation, rendering the dollar completely useless. Once the dollar is worthless, the US could no longer keep buying Bitcoin. Instead, it would have to sell all the Bitcoin it holds to try to pay its bills, leading to the complete collapse of Bitcoin. In the end, Bitcoin would have succeeded in destroying the dollar, but the victory would be short-lived as Bitcoin would be destroyed along with it. At least those who sold to the US government to buy real assets would be rich. The people who never sold their Bitcoin or kept their savings in dollars would be completely wiped out. It goes without saying that this scenario would be an unmitigated disaster for the US. That's why it's highly unlikely the Bitcoin reserve will ever be established, let alone built up to the level suggested by RFK Jr. So, not only is that a terrifying vision of the future, but I'm also hoping that that never happens. So after Trump won, we get titles like this: Dogecoin, a joke no more. And if you don't know what Dogecoin is, again, it is what DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, is named after. It's this named after this dog, this Doge, a meme from 2015, 2016 maybe. This is the official logo. You can even see the chart right here. Ever since about the 6th, ever since the election, it just skyrockets. It absolutely skyrockets. But most of the people buying into this are not super smart, aware investors who know that they're going to be in it for decades for compound growth. These are bros who scroll through their Twitter algorithm and are throwing some money in. And you know what? If you're doing that, that's fine. I have a friend who threw 20 bucks in. That's no big deal. He's just gambling 20 bucks like he's on a sports app. But I just saw a video on Twitter where somebody lost $4,000 on one of these. Like, look at this video that's on screen right now. It reads, "When your first rug pull turns into a life lesson, this kid, he's just a little kid, created his own token, scammed everyone, and then made $30,000 himself, and then walked away and just flipped off the screen." I mean, he's being arrogant about it, freaking out, flipping the screen off. He just scammed a bunch of people. He made 30 grand. Honestly, if you're a grown man and you're putting your money into a cryptocurrency that was made by a kid, and you know that it's made by a kid, I mean, he was live streaming all of this, you deserve everything that happens to you. You deserve to get flipped off by this cringe kid. And just, if you zoom out, this is going to start happening en masse. What happens when Elon Musk uses Twitter to boost all of these absolutely absurd shitcoins? They are called shitcoins. Bitcoin is at least a little bit legit in my mind. I don't have any money in Bitcoin. I don't think I ever will put money in Bitcoin, but that's at least a little bit legitimate. By the way, none of this is investing advice. Do whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying, I see Bitcoin is a little bit more legit than Dogecoin, but none of those match like the S&P 500 because, again, when you're buying Google, when you're buying a share of Google, you're buying a share of a company that has offices across the country. I mean, Google owns YouTube. They have a product. They have millions, probably a billion consumers. Peanut, the cryptocurrency that Donald Trump currently owns, it has none of that. Peanut is not a company, it's a meme. Donald Trump's 2024 election win has fueled a huge surge in Trump-themed meme coins, with Peanut the squirrel taking the lead. Peanut the squirrel being named after the squirrel who was euthanized in New York and has since turned into a culture war issue for right-wingers who think that that was an overreach of the government, even though it was just normal protocol. Trump's crypto portfolio is now filled with other intriguing tokens. The thing is, Donald Trump has his own profile on these accounts, and Trump gets donations on that account. This is Trump's account. He has $13 million in there, and he holds Trump Coin, ETH, or Ethereum, WETH, MVP, Conan, Baby Trump. He owns some MAGA, but I mean, it's absolutely absurd that this dude not only owns crypto, I mean, I don't really care about that part. If he wants to own crypto, that's none of my business, but he owns all of these shit coins and is leveraging his position as the most powerful person in the United States, in a few months at least, to then pump these shit coins, and eventually, I'm sure they will get rug pulled. I can almost guarantee you that many of the bros, or women even, who are throwing their money into these shit coins will not be happy in a year. It's not a long-term investment. None of this is financial advice, but be careful if you're going to throw your money into Trump coin. I know none of you guys would ever do that, but there are other ones that may be more alluring. Even if there were a Kamala coin, I wouldn't throw my money in that even if Kamala asked me to, because I would donate to her campaign, as I did a lot, but I'm not going to throw it into some scam coin that Donald Trump is promoting. It is absolutely absurd, and it will not end well. Drop a like, subscribe, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
If you enjoyed this video and want to help support independent journalism during the Trump administration, please consider becoming a member of Mockler's channel by clicking the join button below. The content will always be free, but you can help level up the Mockler channel by becoming a member below. Thank you.